Hello friends, this is Kevin aka K-Man1 coming at you with another episode of Super Mario World. In the last episode, we tackled secret exits from Vanilla Dome, and I was pretty fail-tacular about everything. And in this episode, we're going to be tackling one of the more annoying yet appropriately named areas in the game, the Forest of Illusion. Anyways, let's just go ahead and jump right in. And so, you might be wondering what I mean by appropriately named. When they say Forest of Illusion, what they're basically saying is every single level has a secret exit. But more than every level having a secret exit, some of them are required. Yeah, this is the first area in the game that introduces required secret exits, which, if you ask me, is kind of an oxymoron, but whatever. Anyways, here, something cool you can do is, if I can pull it off correctly, I missed, but you can basically make the one-up jump and then grab it while it's falling. Anyways, here, earlier I referenced one-up grinding, and this, in my opinion, is the best area for one-up grinding, because once you get this star, you can just keep on running, and running, and running, and running, and you can rack up a huge combo and get a bunch of extra lives for it. I only had like 5 lives before, and now I have 21. So yeah, that gives you a pretty good idea of how you can be getting some pretty easy extra lives here. Anyways, this is the normal exit for the area. And I will go ahead and cut to the secret exit because, again, most of the secret exits are required, so I figured why not just make a long episode and make sure I tackle everything. So let's just go ahead and jump in. Alright, and the secret exit for this area requires you to forsake your Yoshi and grab this P-balloon over here, and you're just gonna gently glide over, being sure to avoid that paratrooper right there. And you just kind of gotta wait to deflate because there's no like button to do it for you, but go ahead and grab the key and put it in the keyhole. And for this we unlock the Forest of Illusion Spooky Ghost House, but we're not going to be tackling that yet because it's technically out of sequence, even though sequence for this area doesn't really matter worth anything. Anyway, it's time for a water level. Yay! I don't really hate water levels that much, but I mean, everyone knows that the controls for them are kind of less than they could be. So, but enough harping on problems with the game. Let's just enjoy it for what it is. And this area's secret exit we'll be getting to fairly soon, if memory serves. But it's kind of weird as well, as far as secret exits go. And I'm pretty sure it's unique as far as secret exits. Like, there aren't really any more that use the same gimmick. But I've been wrong before, and once we get to it, some of you might be able to point out in the comments that I'm wrong. And I look forward to it. Because even if you're saying I'm wrong, hey, at least you're commenting on my videos. It means you care. And, you know, something emotional and cheesy. I'm bad at being witty right now, so you're just gonna have to bear with me on that one. Alright, and you can always use like grabbable objects like this shiny block right here to make swimming a little bit faster. But anyways, the secret exit for this area, you didn't know you could walk through those platforms, did ya? But yeah, you can. Well, swim technically, but that's all there is to it. And again, I'm pretty sure that's the only area in the game that uses that gimmick, but if we come across another that I'm just forgetting off the top of my head, then we will address that when we get to it. Anyways, what you're going to want to do here is go ahead and collect all these coins, or as many of them as you can. And then, here we have a silver P-switch, which turns enemies into silver coins. And once you collect all the silver coins, then you get a 1-up. Again, every Switch Palace has a way to get at least one extra 1-up. All there is to it. But anyways, Blue Switch Palace unlocked and pushed. Because, you know, swag. And so now, I don't think we've come across any, like, not quite blue blocks, but we'll come across some soon, eventually, I'm sure. But anyways, I'll go ahead and cut to the normal exit for this area. Alright, now, for the secret exit for this area, basically, what you're going to want to be doing is gently gliding along as fast as you possibly can, because there are a lot of fish and a charge and chuck, apparently. But the goalpost is right over here, and I want to at least get some stars, even if it's only 6. Also, if there are enough enemies on screen, then they'll all turn into coins and you can get a 1-up out of it. I don't know if I got it right there, but I might have. I wasn't paying that close attention, to be honest, and I don't know how many lives I've had. But anyways, now for Forest of Illusion 2. 3, rather. It was still on 2 from this one. Anyways, Forest of Illusion 3. This is the first required secret exit in the game. So, definitely one to keep an eye out for. And most of these pipes only serve to pop the bubbles of the enemies that you're going to be coming across. But every now and again, I knew I was going to get killed by that bomb. There were no two ways about it. I'll see you guys back right there. Alright, and we're back. And hopefully not going to get killed by a bomb this time. And something to note is that if you jump on something with Yoshi, then intense shenanigans will happen, basically. And if you jump on a bubble with Yoshi, at least, then intense shenanigans will happen and you'll probably end up losing him. But that's okay, because we're not dependent on Yoshi, because we have some measure of skill in this game, right? Right? Nope. Okay. Well, we're screwed, basically, because we don't have Yoshi, but that's okay, because we have the power of friendship. And like I said, it's worth your time to check every pipe, even though, off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure there's only like 1 in the entire level that actually leads somewhere. Maybe it's this one? Nope, not that one. If there even is one. I might be like completely dead wrong about everything. I feel like at least one of these has like a 1-up or something, but it's a lot easier to get if you have like a Goomba or something to kick up. Speaking of, and the Goombas can eventually just like regenerate their power or whatever. So you gotta be careful that you don't accidentally get hit by them, just for, you know, holding them. And is this the one? Yeah, this is the one. And you need to have a power in order to access this secret exit. And given that I do not currently have a power, I'm just gonna have to take the normal exit for right now. But I'll see you guys back here in just a moment for that, once I do have a power. Can I get it? Alright. So, fun fact, if you are carrying a Goomba across the finish line, then you get a mushroom out of it. So, something to keep in mind. Anyways, I'll see you guys back there for the secret exit, because this one just leads to the ghost house. I wasn't kidding when I said that the secret exits were required. They're required, and it's super annoying. Alright, and in order to get this secret exit, all you have to do is spin jump on top of these blocks. I'm gonna destroy all of them, even though I don't need to. Excuse me, key. Yeah, that's all you need to do. All there is to it. And this will lead to the one and only Castle 5, which I'm not going to take on right away because I'm going to tackle all the other levels. Y'all know how it is. Anyway, it's time for the Forest Ghost House, and as we all know, ghost houses are really annoying when you don't know that they have a secret exit. However, there is a pretty good hint here coming up that there is going to be a secret exit, which I will get to once we get to it. See that door up there? That's usually a pretty good indication that there's going to be a secret exit. So, that's just something to keep in mind as we are working our way through. You know, making our way downtown, walking fast. Faces passing them homebound. So, go ahead and go through this door right over here. And we can get a spooky fire flower, which is, it has the exact same properties as a normal fire flower, but it is spooky. So that's just something to keep in mind. And I feel like I need to be small right now. I don't remember what's in here. Oh, it's just a 1-up. Still worth, if you ask me, but... And I died immediately, but still worth. Calling it. Anyways, I'll see you guys back there. And actually complete the level, hopefully. Alright, and now, in order to get these... I don't know which exit this leads to, actually. But take this door. Oh, yeah, this leads to the secret exit, I think. I think this is a secret exit. I might be wrong. Oh, wait, no. I remember. So that's the normal exit, but the secret exit is all the way back here. And you also got a 3-up. So, very, very nice. So, yeah, that's definitely one of the more annoying secret levels to find. And you want to know where it leads? Back to the first level. Yeah, kind of a jerkish secret exit, if we're being honest. Secret exit. I can't talk right now. Anyways, I'll go ahead and see you guys back for the normal exit. Alright, and given that I've already pretty much shown the path to the secret exit, you probably already know where it is. The normal exit, rather. You probably already know where it is, but, you know, whatever. Show it. Get the goalpost. And we get a bonus game out of it, so cool that I'm deciding to not cut this out while I'm recording. Of course, I might decide to cut it out while I'm editing for some stupid reason, but I would be surprised. Then again, I've made terrible decisions regarding videos before. I got 1-up. I'm proud of myself. And by proud of myself, I mean eternally ashamed, but, you know, synonyms, antonyms, what is English even? Anyways, time for Forest of Illusion 4. And you'll notice that this isn't like Forest Secret or anything. Yeah, this is considered a normal level. But, speaking of annoying stuff, that was a Locky 2, and if we kill him, then we get to take his cloud, which is very fun. And I actually didn't know this was a mechanic until I decided to try it on a whim a few months ago. But it is, so definitely take advantage of it. Plus, it's really fun to just ride around on a cloud. You feel like some sort of cloud. There are no greater disappointments in life than falling into a pit while you have an invincibility star. I'll see you guys back there in just a moment. Alright, and I think we're back where we were, more or less. I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong, but, you know. We know what happens when I'm wrong. Don't question me. Alright, and if I'm unmistaken, that's the secret exit for this level. But we need some shenanigans in order to get to it. So, I'm about to cause some shenanigans. Yeah, that's all shenanigans are, really, just jumping on a Koopa. Paratroopa, rather. Because, you know, nomenclature. But that is considered the secret exit for this area. And so now I'm going to go ahead and hit the normal exit. And I'll see you guys back in just a moment. Also, if you do take the 1-up from the Locky 2, then he starts throwing spikies of death at you. And there's the regular exit. And I completely spaced out on the fact that I was supposed to still be commentating. So, you're just gonna get a little bit of silence there for a moment. And then this secret exit, this normal exit rather, leads to the second level. Yeah. And so, fortunately, they were kind enough in the actual secret area to not include a secret exit. But this is an auto-scrolling level, basically. And I don't mind this level, it's just a little bit boring, and for how convoluted the method of getting it is, it's just like, it's kind of a disappointment, if we're being honest. Because, like, with all the work and energy and just being insistent on finding every single secret that you have to be, it's just like, really? This is my reward? but the level coming up after this is pretty cool, not gonna lie. But this level, it's just, I don't care for it. Anyways, this is our blue exclamation point blocks, and if you have them, then you can get a 1-up very easily. So, if you needed a reason besides that to get the blue switch palace, then you'll get it eventually, I'm sure. But also, if you somehow manage to trick your way to get like over the gate here, then you can get those 1-ups, but I don't know the way off the top of my head, and I'm too lazy to look it up. Anyways, now that we've gotten through Forest Secret Area, let's just go ahead and tackle Forest Fortress. Alright. And this is an auto-scrolling level, but it brings back the bread mashers, as I used to call them. And technically, these like spinning metal blades are counted as enemies. They're called grinders, I think. So, but yeah, they actually appear in the like end credits, minion montage trademark. But yeah, they're technically considered like Bowser's army rather than obstacles. So that's interesting tidbit for you, I guess. Something no one cared about. Also, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but blue and red exclamation point blocks don't actually contain any power-ups or anything. They're just kind of there. So, literally their only purpose in existence is to give you platforms, which is fine by me. But just so you don't get your hopes up trying to hit them and acquire mad skills or something. Alright. And this area is really cool because you're basically spending your whole time avoiding spinning metal blades. I'm just gonna chill out here and wait for the cape because I want a cape. Really no deeper meaning. I squander it immediately, even though I go way out of my way to grab it. Story of my life. Anyways, that leads somewhere, but it's nowhere particularly important. And I don't think it even leads to anything. It might lead to like a 1-up or something, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually lead to anything useful. Anyways, in fighting Reznor, sometimes you're gonna have the platforms that you started standing on kind of dissolve from existence. So you're gonna need to use his own platforms, well, their own platforms, I guess, against them. But Reznor is never a particularly difficult fight, because it's always literally the exact same fight. So, yeah. And that's all there is to it. And with the Forest Fortress cleared, we get another path into Star Road. So, now to the castle. And I'm not going to bother cutting because it's literally only going to be like 2 seconds. And by 2 seconds, I mean like 15 seconds until I get there. Probably not even 15 seconds, because guess what? We're already here. Also, Roy confirmed for Smash 4. And no, I'm not talking about Bowser Jr. Roy. I'm talking about, like, Roy from Fire Emblem. You know, the game series no one cared about until Smash Bros. Came out in America. And by no one cared about, I mean no one in America cared about, because no one in America knew it existed, because it was only released in Japan. Anyways, this is the first example, I think, of kind of like these snaking blocks. And these I find to be a lot more interesting than normal auto-scrolling levels, because unless you've like played the level before and know the path it's going to take, then it is a very reactive and interesting bit of gameplay, rather than just kind of waiting for the level to continue. It doesn't move in a predictable pattern. And now we need to avoid the spike blocks, and the way you'll like tell which ones are going to fall is basically the browner ones are the ones which will fall and impale you, and the yellow ones just sort of stay there and they'll impale you if you dare approach them. Alright, and you can grab a 1-up there if you have your blue suede shoes on. And you can grab a cape over here if you similarly have your blue suede shoes on. Alright, and awkward cut is awkward because my recording trolled me and pretty much cut as soon as I landed the last blow in the battle. But anyways, Roy Koopa is basically just a reskin of the battle in, I think, Castle 2. And the only real difference is that the battlefield gets a little bit narrower, but still no real challenge to be found. Alright, so that is castle number 5, and you might notice once we're back in the overworld that different levels are completed, and that's because since I had to redo the recording, I didn't complete all the levels in the Forest of Illusion again, because I'm lazy, but I will be sure to finish those eventually. Anyways, there's something wrong with the explosion. What's happening? Burnt mustache. Mario found his way through the Forest of Illusion and has put an end to Roy Koopa of castle number 5. Onward to the dangerous, but tasty, Chocolate Island. Yeah, so basically, I'm too lazy right now to finish every level because, yeah. But I will get it done before the end of the series so that I can at least say that I got 100% completion. Anyways, in this episode, we tackled the Forest of Illusion. Just all of it, because I'm committed to this right now. And in the next episode, we're going to be tackling Chocolate Island. Tasty, tasty place that it is. See you guys then.